Hey guys, Techniture with the video for you guys. In today's video, we're going to be reviewing iOS 16 on the iPhone 11 Pro Max. Now, iOS 16 was just released, and if you have an iPhone 8 and above, you can get iOS 16 installed and start using it today. So in this video, we're going to talk about our experience of downloading iOS 16, some of the top features that you might be interested on iOS 16 for the iPhone 11 Pro Max, some things around performance, how it has been, and then talk about the battery life and any bugs or issues we experienced so far, and finally talk about if iOS 16 is really worth it or not on your iPhone 11 Pro Max. So if you haven't downloaded iOS 16 yet, it's pretty simple to do. You simply go over to your settings, and once you go over settings, go to general and then software update, and you should see right there iOS 16 is available. As you can see here, we already updated to iOS 16.0. That's why it doesn't show up, but you'll have the ability to upgrade to iOS 16.0, or you can choose to even stay on iOS 15.7. So personal preference, but we did it just so we can start testing it out and see how it goes. So that's the first thing. And now if you don't see the update here, you can also go through your laptop or your computer, use iTunes to download and install. We have a video to show you that, so we'll leave a link for that as well. Now, a couple things when you're downloading and installing iOS 16 is that you need to have at least 3 to 4 gig space available and have a good Wi-Fi connection if you're doing it through the Wi-Fi, and then it's going to take you around half an hour to 45 minutes depending on how good your Wi-Fi is. It might be a little bit less, might be more. Again, everyone has a different experience when it comes to making the updates. Now let's talk about the iPhone 11 Pro Max. As you know, the iPhone 11 Pro Max was released back in September of 2019. Now this is going to be a 3-year-old phone this year. And what's interesting about the iPhone 11 Pro Max is that this is a nice display phone with a 6.5-inch display. You got these 12 megapixel camera, and that, again, that A13 Bionic chip with 4 gigs of RAM makes this device a phenomenal device for users that like that bigger size screen and be able to do anything. The only probably lacking features that the iPhone 11 Pro Max probably lacks is that not ability to have 5G. But aside that, again, it's pretty much a lot of the features that you get on an iPhone 13 or iPhone 12, even the iPhone 14. It comes pretty handy when it comes to side-by-side performance. So what are some tough features that you'll get once you get to iOS 16, which we're going to discuss in this video? So first thing first is we saw that background thing. So if you notice here, you'll get this lock screen customization. So if we show you, we're able to just pick one and then just go on from the actual lock screen and pick one that we want to choose. Let's say we want to choose this one. We can add widgets here. We can actually go ahead and change the font as well, as you see here. So Apple did kind of go ahead and go a little bit crazy in terms of what you can do with this. You can also actually change up more stuff on it and then hit that add button, as you can see, and then have that lock screen customization going. Again, neat thing, which again Apple seems to have gone towards. Again, in the past we never seen this level of customization available on iPhone, but it is available, so do check that out. Now the next feature that you'll be interested in is iMessage. Again, iMessage and message in general has been great on iPhone for iPhone users, but there's a couple interesting updates that happened. First one is going to be showing you here. We're going to go ahead and send a message just to show the feature. So if you send a message, cool, awesome, great, you get the blue text, it delivers. Now you have the ability to go ahead and edit a text that you sent out. So you can go ahead and actually edit that text. Again, you'll be only able to do that on iOS 16. If you have that, you send that, and then as you see here, we can hit that. Again, a little bit buggy. Let's go ahead and try it one more time. We'll hit that edit, and you do have to get it right, but let's go ahead and that edit option. As you can see, now we have edited. Along with the edit, you also might have noticed there's a feature to undo send. So if you click on undo send, whoosh, as you can see, that message is gone. And then lastly, another feature, if you swipe right to a message, click that button, you can actually now reply later. Again, a feature that seems like would be intuitive to have and finally is appearing. So those are the things. Along with that, in your email, you can also unsend email as well. Lastly, let's take a look at this other UI difference. You can see there's now a search navigation right here at the bottom. What used to be on the top now, as you can see here, it gone to the bottom. That's another kind of little UI tweak, but that is there available. The next feature that you might be interested is going to be around this ability to edit photos background. So if you see a background on a photo that you like, you press and hold, and as you can see here, it isolated the background, and we just get the object. And then what we can do with this object is go ahead, open something up like a message or a note or somewhere else. You can send that, and you'll be able to remove background as simple as just pressing and holding. Some object seems like still not great, like if the background isn't clear enough, but for most clear picture, you'll be able to get that update. Moving on to other updates are going to be around things like a focus mode. So focus mode isn't something new, but it was around, but now you can have the ability to do more customization. If you use focus mode, you'll notice this right away. And then moving on to the next set of features are going to be around privacy and security. What used to be just privacy, Apple has gone down even further down the line about updating things like safety check, and then enhancements around even using pass keys, which allow you to sign in and authenticate yourself on applications that actually support it, which we'll probably see where sort of the passwordless authentication going on if you have an iPhone. And going down the list of more update you might be interested is this notification. As you can see here, notification used to just be on the top. Now they have slight different way of notifying. You can actually get apps to also be in your notification center, so they update like that. Again, missing feature from this iPhone is that always on, which we thought were going to be available, but haven't seen that update yet. And you can read about more of these, what's new once you download it. Right here is a quick snapshot of some of the features that the iOS 16 comes on, or the iPhone 11 Pro Max. Again, cool, neat things that we can do with the iPhone on iOS 16. Now, let's talk about the next thing is performance. So, how's the performance been, you might ask? Well, let's talk about the basic stuff. So, when it comes to calling and texting, again, iPhone does a pretty well job. So, none of that is an issue. Even when it comes to browsing, pretty stiffy and speedy when it comes to browsing and all of that. And then, as we go along the testing, we can see that most of the apps, as we expect, opened up like it should, from things like your favorite streaming channel to YouTube and all of your social media, productivity tool, all that and much more. Again, pretty much works as expected. We haven't seen any sort of app crashes, which sometimes you can expect that when you upgrade to major iOS. But again, these apps have been tested pretty well, which again shouldn't be surprising, because the ecosystem of iOS devices and their application generally tend to hold well, which is probably the reason why most people lean towards getting an iPhone or the iOS device itself. So you can see here, I'm just popping up open some of these apps. Again, no issues when it comes to just opening them up, and they're just firing like it should. And that shouldn't be, again, like I said, shouldn't be any surprise to you. And if you need to download more apps, as your heart content, you can download anything and everything off the App Store without any issues. Now, let's move on to the other factor is performance. Performance-wise, from iOS 15 to 16 on the iPhone 11 Pro Max, we haven't seen any lag or any sort of major setback when it comes to performance. It's performing optimally, like we said. All of the features from iOS 15 carried over, like app library, the widgets that we've seen here. As you can see, you can add the widgets and all of that. Those things aren't gone. You can take advantage of all those features. Again, works well for us. So again, performance has been stable so far. Lastly, let's talk about the battery. And the battery is a cool, interesting aspect of this phone, is considering that this is a bigger phone, you get a bigger size battery. Battery size on this is a 3969 mAh battery. Huge battery because of the max edition of it. And if you go into the battery mode, you can see here in the past you had to pull down to see the battery percentage, but now if you activate battery percentage, you can actually get it to display the number right on the battery icon. Again, we thought that was a cool little hidden feature. There are some users though that has expressed or mentioned that after they updated to iOS 16, they seen an initial drop in the drain of how fast the phone was draining, but after some troubleshooting, like just doing a restart or force restart, it seems to resolve a lot of the issues. Again, each person has a different use case, and because this is a 3-year-old phone, it might be different for you than someone else, but keep that in mind. Other than that, as we've seen, iOS 16 so far has been okay for the upgrade if you're going to be upgrading, but again, it's going to be depending on you, because you do have the option to stay on 15.7 as Apple has put that out at the same time that iOS 16 was released. So that's why we want to hear from you guys. What's your experience have been so far on the new iOS version? Have you liked it? Which feature do you like it? Have you had any issues? Make sure to leave a comment in the comment section. And while you're at it, make sure that like and subscribe button. Thanks for watching, guys. See you guys next time.